present our assigned topic, the GO Salmon. To you, our group members, Joshua Carbonell, John D. Paz, John D. Dador, Eliasar Padilinia, and let me give the floor to first reporter, Mr. Padilinia.
GMO salmon, genetically modified salmon, were patented by Canadian scientists who took a gene that regulates growth hormones in Pacific chinook salmon and promoted the equivalent of a genetic on-off switch from an ocean, put and introduced them into the genetic structure of an Atlantic salmon. This modification gave the Atlantic a year-round appetite, enabling them to reach market the size faster than other farm salmon. It's my turn. Ang company of collected aqua bounty now and plan to use this GMO fish to produce the salmon eggs. At it is research on hatchery on the price Edward Island, Canada. The company wants to shift the commercially product to eggs and Panama, wherein the fish will be grown in a land-based facility, and if approved by U.S. Food and Drug Administration or FDA, sold as a table bean GMO salmon and in the U.S. marketplace. What's the problem? Genetic modification or genetic engineering technology is a controversial technology that allows for the transfer of genetic material directly from one organism to another at the molecular level and is dramatically different from animal breeding, posing new risks and unpredictable impacts on the organism and ecosystems. There is a lack of independent science on this GM salmon, including long-term trials studying the potential health risks. Neither the US or Canadian governments have done any safety testing and relies solely on studies done by the company. These are concerned that the sample sizes used to assess the aqua bounty fish are inadequate to determine human health and safety risks. The FDA is currently examining the GM salmon through its process for reviewing new animal drugs because there is no approved process for reviewing safety of GM animals. The sale of GM fish to American shoppers is being at least contested in the U.S. through a variety of Senate congressional state bills currently under debate.
So, why the GM salmon or the genetically modified salmon is a health risk? And the GM salmon could potentially cause more allergies than the regular salmon. According to Hanson, though we can't be sure due to a lack of proper studies, and the dangers of the genetically modified engineers. GM salmon breed with drought threaten with wild population. According to the latest research, results indicates that the GE salmon or the wild trout mixed with would have a competitive advantage over the other fish. They should escape into the rivers and ocean since they would grow 80% faster and have the increased appetites. These super fish could viciously consume much of the available, causing other wild fish to end up being far smaller than the GE salmon.
This GM salmon grows to market weight in about 16 to 18 months versus 32 to 36 months conventional salmon. So this salmon contains a growth hormones genes which from the fast growing in the Pacific chain of salmon and a promoter sequence which is a fragment of a DNA from the ocean pot. Combine the gene and promoter sequence which acts like an on switch which enable the salmon to grow year round instead of seasonally like wild or farm salmon. This means that farm fish production will likely need to increase by 133% to meet the projected fish demand worldwide. The GM salmon will provide a most sustainable and fast-growing alternative to wild salmon and enhance the production of farm salmon. So how does this GM salmon impact the environment? It helps to conserve wild fish population, it reduces carbon emissions, and it provides a low impact for the fish farming. That's what we all. Thank you.